All right, so this might be the best collab sneaker this year. Welcome back to Kicks on Kicks, my channel where I review sneakers, and today we're taking a look at these. These are the Teyana Taylor Air Jordan Zoom 1 Comfort 2. Air Jordan Zoom Comfort 1 2. Air Jordan 1 Zoom Comfort 2. That is quite the name, Nike. Anyway, taking a look at this Teyana Taylor collab, and honestly, it's a pretty dope shoe. It's a very dope shoe. And I wanted to get this in so I could talk about just all the different design features, this model compared to a Jordan 1, and some other cool stuff. So let's go ahead and break it down. Huge shout out to the homies in the description that sent this pair to me for review, by the way. Let's start with the box, though, because obviously this is a collab shoe. This is Air Jordan times Teyana Taylor. And on this box, it's just such a nice box. This whole concept of the rose that grew from concrete, obviously a nod to the Tupac poem. But, you know, Teyana had a song called The Rose in Harlem, or The Rose from Harlem. And this is just another nod to that. But anyway, we got this thorned out Nike swoosh. Very cool. It continues onto the side of the box, but got the swoosh in gold foil, and you got a backdrop of these geometrically shaped roses, which is really cool. And that's kind of all over the box. Now, looking at the sides, first of all, we got this Teyana Taylor branding, just T. And we start on the right side of the box. From the concrete grew a rose. Very cool. Again, a nod to the Tupac poem, A Rose That Grew from Concrete. And let's just go ahead and take a look at the size tagging. It says Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG. And the colorway just says rose. Pretty sure that's not what this color is supposed to say. But hey, that's what happens when you go across the water grabbing shoes. But anyway, this is a US size 9 because I wear a size 9, but that would be the men's size. And I'm almost certain this was a women's exclusive shoe. So just keep those types of things in mind if you're trying to grab these on the open market and you want to know the difference between this and the authentic retail product. There's quite a few differences on this shoe, and we'll talk about them. But let's go ahead and start the breakdown from the bottom up. This is the outsole for your Air Jordan 1 Zoom Comfort 2s. And this shoe is basically meant to be a more comfortable version of the Air Jordan 1. It's designed, I wouldn't necessarily say it's designed for performance, but it is absolutely designed for comfort. And the first hint at that comfort is this outsole. So we've got a translucent red rubber outsole. The light is like shining through my studio light, and I can actually see it peeking through. You can kind of see the red on my hand if you look. Anyway, so that's pretty cool. Translucent red outsole. But then right here, this material right here is called Formula 23. It's just, I don't know. Jordan brand decided they wanted to brand some foam. It's basically an EVA foam. Kind of like the same foam that you see on the Yeezy slides and a lot of other slides, Crocs and stuff like that. So supposed to be helping to cushion your landing when you're walking and stuff like that. If you look, you'll see a tiny little hole right there. And there's actually a Nike Zoom Air unit that you can see from the bottom of the shoe, just peeking through. But anyway, that EVA foam is in this yellow, and it's really nice. I like the way it looks. So that's that. That's the Zoom 1 Comfort outsole. Now looking at the midsole, it's the standard midsole. This one is kind of aged, sort of a sail or a cream midsole, but it looks like a regular old Jordan 1. And that's kind of where the comparisons to the Jordan 1 stop. I mean, outside of the general silhouette, there are a lot of details on this shoe that are completely different from your standard Air Jordan 1. But let's go ahead and break these down, starting with the left shoe, because the left shoe and the right shoe are absolutely different. But the common things that we'll see on each of these is this red synthetic feeling leather all around the toe box and the ramps or the vamps, the eye stays, and then up towards your ankle collar. You've got this red leather all over that. And, this pair is honestly not crazy soft. I feel like the retail pair is supposed to be a bit softer, but hey, that's what we got there. Looking at your white, we got this white leather as well. And first difference between this and, let's say, your standard Air Jordan 1, we've got these X's on the toe box instead of the perforated holes. So that's one difference right there. And those sort of X's kind of continue all in the mid panel up there as well. So anyway, cool stuff there. Now, on your ankle collar, again, we're talking about things that are common on both shoes. So the ankle collar, we've actually got a cracked white leather, not quite the same as the leather on the Lost and Found Jordan 1s, but fairly close, honestly. This reminds me more of like the Jordan 3 Palominos or the Craft Jordan, any of the Craft Jordans. They all have this sort of cracked leather at accents at points. So that's that. We got like a reddish brown on your heel counter area. And that's just more, again, because the shoe is inspired by a rose. So you'll see that color if a rose starts to wither a little bit. Pretty cool. Now, let's talk about things that are not going to be, they're unique to each shoe. So on your left shoe, you got this huge oversized Nike swoosh with some zigzag stitching to keep it in place. And you might notice that zigzag stitching is not there at the bottom and it kind of flaps loose. And actually, the shoe, this little detail says the last under the flap, and then on the actual white panel of the shoe says rose. So it says the last rose. That's a nice little hidden detail there. But anyway, huge oversized swoosh, kind of reminiscent of a Travis Scott, except it's not reversed. And same thing on the medial side of the shoe as well. I should note when you lift up this flap, it doesn't say anything, but it's there. Now, another difference between the Air Jordan 1 regular and the Zoom Comfort ones is like this vamp. Normally this vamp is like sewed down, but it's actually not sewn down. So you can actually get better lockdown feeling because you can tighten these independently of the rest of the foot. So your forefoot can be a little bit more snug if you were going to walk around in these, or more likely dance. If you're a big Teyana Taylor fan, maybe you're a dancer. So that's pretty cool. And then the other part is it's the same, or the same detail I would want to point out, like your flaps on your ankle collar, right? They're not locked down here either. And in fact, on the Zoom Comfort ones, you've got like a little hole right there so you can get even tighter feel. Your ankle can kind of poke out. The bone of your ankle has some room to breathe there. It's just pretty cool cutouts. Anyway, another thing I should note is that this tongue is like super soft. It's meant to be super soft and pliable. Because again, maybe you're dancing in these shoes. At least Teyana Taylor absolutely would be. Now, I should go ahead and note that these came laced in a pretty golden yellow lace. And on your right or left shoe, you got this huge lace doubre. It's attached at the sort of that little flap that you can secure your tongue and shoelaces with. So it's attached there, but it is removable. And in fact, I will remove it. So basically a huge safety pin. And you could put this on like your denim jackets or varsity jackets, whatever you got. Pretty cool. Did I mention it's freaking heavy? This thing is huge. So take that off, and now I can actually look at the shoe. So that's pretty cool. You got these yellow laces, and yeah, that's that. Wings logo right here. And let's move on to the right shoe, where it's basically the same design, same features, except your swoosh. Instead of having that black zigzaggy swoosh, you've got a huge puff 3D embroidered swoosh. It's a red swoosh with green thorns embroidered all over it. So really cool design. Again, the rose from Harlem. This is not playing subtle about the rose at all. So I already mentioned the gold laces. You do also get a red lace and a black lace included. I think I'd wear these with the black laces if I were to wear these at all. Another quick detail to point out on your tongue, you've got a Nike swoosh with the thorns on the right shoe. On the left, you've got Teyana Taylor's, T nickname, Tey. And that is basically the shoe. That's the pair. Now, let's talk about legit checking indicators, because there are definitely plenty of differences between this shoe and the retail. So if you're trying to buy these on the open market, just don't want you getting scammed. One detail real quick though that I didn't point out on these flaps on your let me cut this tag off. All right. So just under your Jordan Wings logo, you will notice you can peel back that design right there. And what is going on? That's interesting. There's like some glue right there on mine. But anyway, on your right shoe, it says a rose. And on your left shoe, it says from Harlem. So again, not being subtle about the theme of this shoe. And now let's talk about legit checking indicators, because there's plenty of them. First of all, the tongues. I feel like this shoe looks fine from the bottom until about right here. And then it just kind of falls apart on the top third of the shoe. First of all, just this stitching around the ankle collar, it's kind of wonky. I don't know how well you can see it in this lighting, but see how this just kind of peaks and goes up and down? On the retail shoe, this should basically be like straight across. The right shoe actually looks fairly correct. The left shoe, excuse me, I'm switching. This is the left shoe. It does not look very correct at all. And this is the right shoe, and it does. So yeah, my bad. Left shoe, right shoe. So I was right the first time. But anyway, so you got that going for you, just the overall stitching on the ankle collar. Another thing is that the tongues, while they are supposed to be a lot of it, more malleable, a little pliable, so you can move in them, they're just lacking a bit of integrity, and they're kind of flopped all around. That's just not something you're going to see on the retail version of this shoe. Speaking of the tongue tags, as you can see, the word T is like cut off because it was folded. The tag was just folded incorrectly. Like there's too much space on the bottom here, and there's supposed to be like space at the top. This is supposed to be more centered, on the tag. And it's actually the same problem with this Nike swoosh as well. It should be further down and centered on that tag portion of the shoe. I'm also just noticing like some loose threads right here around my toe box, mudguard-ish, like right there, loose threads. So those are all things you can see with your naked eye without comparing this shoe to a retail version in hand, which is the type of legit checking I appreciate. But one final difference, and a pretty big one, on this shoe is going to be the whole point of the shoe, which is comfort. The Air Jordan 1 Zoom Comfort 2s, actually one of the big features of the shoe is a super thick, sort of custom molded insole with arch support. And this does not have that. This is like a straight up regular insole. And it looks like they kind of cut the holes so that the holes are where they're supposed to be. But this is not the right insole. It's super thin. It's super flimsy. And you can actually feel the difference on your feet. For as much as this shoe is called the Comfort, it is not comfortable on feet because this is not an authentic pair. And that's just something you're going to want to look out for. If you're buying these for the look, then, have at it. People do that all the time. But if you're trying to buy these because you wanted this shoe and you missed out on it at retail, then you don't want to get caught out there paying hundreds over retail and you end up with the Fugazi. So there you go. those are the differences. Like I said, most of the time with a Jordan 1, you're not going to be able to tell. But this one has got some pretty significant differences. Also, just on the fact of part about legit checking. You see how this like is laced up 5 spots and then it skips like 2? That's how this came in the mail. And I can assure you that the retails actually kind of just lace all the way up to about right here. They don't skip any laces, and there's not this weird like X there. But that's that. Gold foil on the insoles, by the way. You got T on your left shoe, and you got the thorned out Nike rose on the right shoe. Is that all the details? Did I miss any other details? I don't think I missed any details. All in all, though, this is a very cool shoe. The concept of the Jordan 1 Zoom Comfort, offering maximum comfort and just making all these changes to make the Jordan 1 a comfortable shoe is really cool. I wish the reps like got more than just the look right, but hey, you win some, you lose some. I think these were a dope release, and I wish I would have been able to hit on the retails, honestly. I think I'm going to go grab a pair of Jordan Zoom Comfort 1s, though, just because they look like they're supposed to be super comfortable. And a comfortable Jordan 1 is all anybody ever wants, really, right? Anyway, that's going to do it for me in this review. Better luck next time. I'll see you guys in another one real soon. Peace.